Hello, and welcome back to not my desk at home, but rather my desk at work. I promised a February flip through of my setup, and I am ready to do my planning for the week, so I figured I would quickly go ahead and do that flip through with completely empty pages now. So I apologize for the fact that I'm holding my camera with my hand, so it might be a little bit shaky and is definitely not a nice overhead shot like normal. For the month of February, I used these two Ohuhu color markers. They're brush tip on one side and fine liner on the other, and I used this pink color, which is number 9, and this purple color, which is number 52. Because of course it is February, the Valentine's Day month, so I wanted to do some sort of a Valentine's Day theme. I, as you will see in just a moment here, relied very heavily on my stamps for this setup because I am trying my best to use the tools and materials that I have on hand, including my stamps. So let's jump right in. For my planner, the things that I have to set up are my monthly habit tracker. I will do this after I've done my reflection for the month and planning for the month ahead, so I know what things I actually want to track. So there was actually no setup for this page. Next is the monthly calendar. So I completely stamped out this monthly calendar, again using these two markers to color the stamps before stamping them down. I'm okay with how it looks. It definitely isn't my best work, but I am pretty new to using stamps and still sort of learning how to best use them, and I am pretty happy overall with how it turned out, even though I think that it could be a lot better. I did not do this last month, but this month I went ahead and actually pre-stamped in all of my weekly pages. So I just did February here at the bottom. I stamped in all the dates, and I did one additional stamp in the corner here to just add a little bit of decoration. So we can go ahead and quickly flip through all of those. If the pages don't stick together too much, here we go. So we've got a butterfly on this one, there was a dragonfly on the last one. The next one is Valentine's Day, so I used a little bit of a smaller stamp because I also stamped in Happy Valentine's Day. Another bouquet of flowers here, and you can see I switched out whether I was doing the dates and the monthly header in the purple versus the pink each week because I thought that would be fun. And then here's our last week of February, and then this Friday and Saturday and Sunday I will do in whatever style I'm choosing for the month of March. And that's it as far as setup goes for my planner. Let's jump ahead now to my journal. And for the month of January, I used a different theme and different colors for those two, but I decided to make it easy on myself and use the pink and purple for every part of my system. So again, all of this beginning stuff is already set up, but I did need to do my monthly. So this is where I do my daily gratitude, and I like how this one came out a lot better than the other monthly. This was the second one that I did, and I think that I had a better grasp of how to place things on the page, so I'm really happy with how this monthly turned out for my February gratitude. And then my February highs and lows. I'm not in love with this stamp, but otherwise I'm pretty happy with how that came out with the mix of stamps and some lettering here for high and low. And then these washi tapes here are from Erin Condren, so that rather than writing out or stamping out all the days, I could just use the tape. So we'll see how I like that. Again, I started to do the weeks, so I did want to just show what a blank weekly setup looks like in my journal. I just did lettering, although sometimes I do stamp out these. So I just letter or stamp the month at the top. Like I said, I extend these lines just in pencil all the way across the page, and then I just write the initial for the day of the week and the date here, so you can see this was the color I was using for January, and I've switched colors once it changes into February. Again, in this side, you can sort of see there's a dividing line here. In this side, I write out my workouts for the day, and then on the other side, I journal just like a sentence or two about how I was feeling that day, and then these are my daily journaling pages. Again, I just letter the day of the week and the date, and you can see that once February starts, I switch to using the pink and purple. So at least for this week, I decided to do the day of the week in pink and the number in purple, but I did not pre-set up future weeks here, so I might change that for the future weeks. The last thing to set up here are my February trackers, but again, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to track, if I want to track these same 3 things or something different. So I need to do my sort of monthly review first, but I did at least go ahead and make the February trackers cover page. So that is it for my journal, and we're on to the last one here, which is my bullet journal, which is very simple. I have a February cover page in my bullet journal. I try to only do drawings and things rather than stamps or things like that, because I want to work on my art skills, but I also don't have a lot of time. I'm a little bit disappointed in how my February came out. It's not my best lettering, but it is an additional point of practice, and practice is how I get better with lettering, so I'm fine with that. And I just drew a little heart here. And then last month I did a 1 line a day, but I decided that that was a little bit too repetitive between my 5-year journal and my normal journal to also have a 1 line a day here. So I decided instead that this would be better for monthly tasks, which will generally give me a spot to put tasks that come up during the day that I'm not planning on actually doing that day, because I haven't set up my next daily or weekly or whatever. So I'm going to try that this month, and I just put a little calendar here at the bottom. So yeah, and then we'll just get started with my dailies. So that is the plan for that, and hopefully you enjoyed looking at the blank spreads, and we'll see, maybe I will do a sort of after the pen video as well in the future to let you know how they look after they're all filled in. But for now, that is all. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you back at my desk sometime soon.